digger, kiss the death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over my install. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my install. Only take a when I'm dead. I'm a gang clean.
Brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's got room. Shoves past another. A huge play there right off the bat. 47 yards on the ground. So Gurley gashes the defense. A lot of people say, do you take running backs early first round? Do you want them that high? Surely you're happy you took Todd Gurley that early.
Without a doubt, Dr. Seuss. I love the way that got done by you. But even better, it's fun to watch Todd Gurley run the football. He is electrifying.
I want you to know that I did not mean to do that, by the way.
DC.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Roethlisberger to throw. On the left side, it's McDonald. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Roethlisberger to his big target, James, all 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Back onto the field come the L.A. Rams, and this team certainly got a boost the last day of August when Aaron Donald showed up on the field, and they were waiting for him to come back. So obviously that's a good thing, CD.
No doubt about it. The reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year got a pretty nice deal, too. 6 years, $87 million, and I think he's worth every penny. The richest deal for a defensive player in NFL history at that point. Now, remember the Rams in preseason? They made a conscious decision to keep their stars off the field. Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, neither one of them played in preseason action. They should be ready to explode here with the season opener.
Now it's Gurley. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing on third. Goff. Going right side here, and that's complete. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
On first down, it's Gurley. Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Rams add on to their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Well, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, as they come back out here on offense, certainly the big question, everyone's worried. You know, a lot of people expected Le'Veon Bell to be in the fold come Labor Day, but September 3rd came and went, Charles. No Le'Veon Bell.
And you know that they would still love to get him back, and when they do, they'll get him integrated into the offense, so they're not too worried about that. They're going to score points. But that meant that James Conner got a lot of work during the preseason. I got to see him in one preseason game against Tennessee. Not only did he carry it well, he caught it well out of the backfield. So they like what they've got in James Conner. But let's be honest about it. They'd love to get back Le'Veon Bell.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 9 on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Throw left side complete. It's McDonald. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And the Rams getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him. They just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Set him back 5. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. With it is Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mark Barron. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
17, good.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Aaron Donald in there to get him for a loss of 5. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Goff now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move And then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Now it's gone. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. Here's Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Fights off the defender. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks from 4 yards out. And the Rams add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Zerline out now to kick this one away. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's McDonald. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Now a first down carry by Bell, and he'll take this one down near the 15. A gain of 3, second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Mark Barron. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's an interception.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. Money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Baby lay, waist snatch, that straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Babe, like a Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Mike 39, Lucy.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Now TJ Yeldon trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Bud Dupree able to track him down for a loss of 13, and it'll bring up 4th down. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Now Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Roethlisberger. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
And a sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. They'll go with a big bank for it. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. First carry for James Conner. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Caught here by Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having troubles
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boyer with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're going deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases. Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On the run, it's Yeldon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Set. 380. Hank.
Bortles to throw on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Set. 380. Right 72.
From the gun on third down, Bortles into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand the ball. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. He gets it to Brown, complete. Touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Here we go.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. Hey, spread right. Smack. Lucy. So right.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Flush to his right. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Let's go.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Now Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Fournette, a first down carry, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Let's go, let's go. Green 80, 11, green 80.
On second down, here's Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Hey, punch right, punch right, punch right. 11, 11. Lucy, Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Room here to run. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play, able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Again, it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he coughed it up, and the Jags grab it. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Lucy.
In his own end zone, it's Bortles. He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook. And even 60 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, as we look back to the final week of the preseason and the roster cuts, that final day of roster cuts, a lot of noise was made. The biggest noise, though, Khalil Mack. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 23-yard run. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And it's up and good. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready.
Like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. A good pickup there, a 22. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The give is to Bell. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And the Steelers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And now running right through it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
yes,
for sure.
Without a doubt, because at some point, Put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is.
And into the end zone.
Standing, look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty, don't even know where to waste. You waste that, huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry, what I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? In reply, how you put up with this song? And Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican, in the breathing heavy.